It's been a while, man, since I made a video, but wanted to. I was, mainly I was on it was E3 week, so I didn't feel like making videos. I felt like watching E3 the whole time, so shit was cool. I guess what I kind of wanted to talk about is the fact that there was some stuff at E3. Like usually when you see E3, it focuses on the big devs and all that stuff. Um, but I was just thinking, we weren't gonna. I mean, there was some news about Dark Souls. We already knew we were getting DLC or what have you. But I'm thinking more towards like what's gonna happen in the future, because this is the last game. I'm gonna adjust the volume on this real quick because this shit gets crazy when you get into a fight. I'm trying to talk and you can't hear nothing but fighting. That seems legit. I can still hear it too. Anyways, like it focuses on the big things. Like Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, Sony, all that stuff. And this Dark Souls, it's not exactly a niche game anymore, but FromSoft, developers like FromSoft don't really get that much shine when it comes to events like that. But these are the kind of games I like. I mean, Dark Souls is my shit. I still play all the old ones, even Demon Souls, all the time. So it's like, man, it'd be great to get something new. I mean, we already knew about Neo coming out, which is very Souls-like. So I mean, I don't really feel like I should have to talk about that too much. I mean, it was at E3, pretty much just showed us more of it. I mean, the game still looks good. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But what really impressed me was there was a game called The Surge. It really didn't get too much shine. I wanted to talk about that. It's being developed by the same team that developed Lords of the Fallen, if you guys remember that game or played it. If you haven't played it, I'd definitely say give it a shot. I mean, it's kind of a Souls clone. It's more, how do I say, story, well, Souls is still story driven, but it's more story driven in the traditional sense, meaning, you play a certain character, there's cutscenes and all that. It just has a more streamlined story. It's like a Souls game with a streamlined story. It's actually really good, too. Definitely get a shot. It's like if Dark Souls was developed in the West instead of in Japan, then Lords of the Fallen is, what that game would be, pretty much. But that team is coming out with another game called The Surge. It's their newest project. And the shit looks good, man. It looks real good. It's like, it's still Souls-like. They're sticking to that. But it's more, instead of being in a medieval setting like Lords of the Fallen was, and like Dark Souls is, it's in a kind of like a futuristic sci-fi setting, and you have like pretty much like a mech suit on, not a giant robot mech suit thing, just like a smaller one. What it reminds me of the most is there was a show, animated show called Exo Squad. It was like Exo Squad was like the American anime, pretty much, and that's what the suits remind me of. But the premise is cool. I mean, the combat is similar, to Souls and Lords of the Fallen. It's the same style combat, but what's different about it is that the targeting, like when you go to use targeting, lock-on targeting, you can actually target specific limbs instead of just targeting the enemy as a whole. You can actually target their limbs, just concentrate on that one limb. And the reason for that is interesting. There's a mechanic to where, like, let's say you want something, like you encounter an army, like just like in Souls, you encounter an enemy and you like what they're wearing, so you kind of farm them over and over again, hoping they drop that piece that you want, whether it's their boots or their their helmet, or just the entire outfit or whatsoever. It's the same concept. You see an enemy, you like their gear, you want that, but you can actually, oh, I should have bought arrows, that was stupid, but you can actually target that particular piece. So maybe it's their helmet they want. Well, you use the lock on to actually target their head, and then you focus on that piece and you finish them with a headshot and essentially chop their head off. And then you go and pick up the head and, take it to your crafting station or whatever, and that's how you get their helmets. So you can actually target what you want to get. So if they got a weapon, you want to get that weapon, you beat on the arm that's holding the weapon, chop that shit off, pick it up, now you got the weapon. So that's how it works. So it's not like a, oh, he just rolled on me. It's not like a luck stat or anything like that you got to worry about. You just, you see what you want, you go for that, strategically go for it, and you get that. I mean, it looks cool. It looks real cool. I'll put a link to the, to the trailer of it in the description. It's one, like I said, it's one of those things that is kind of on the side. It wasn't like mainstreamed. It's not like a big, it's not like one of your big games like Battlefield or like Battlefield or Zelda or anything like that. It's just, I mean, there was a lot of cool smaller games that were off to the side that I was interested in, but being a huge fan of Souls, that was the game that really caught my eye, was the Surge. And then there's others like FromSoft. Of course they spoke about the DLC that's coming out. Just kind of like it's already known, Dark Souls DLC coming. But as far as what they're working on, because they're done with Souls, but they do have other projects lined up. So it's like, man, if you're not going to make Souls, what are you going to make? So basically what they have in store for us is there will be a Armored Core. So that's the next big thing. I don't know if y'all remember Armored Core or not. But Armored Core is coming back, so that's excellent. There's also going to be another game, an action RPG with a medieval setting, which just sounds like Dark Souls again, but they said they were done with that, so it's not Dark Souls. I wonder if it's going to be Souls-like, or if it just goes in a different direction, but that's what they have in mind. So there's an action RPG in a medieval setting. Didn't give a title or anything. Armored Core. And then they're also working on another action RPG in a futuristic setting, which kind of sounds like what we were just talking about, the Surge, but we know that's being developed by the Lords of the Fallen guys, but they said they want to do another action RPG in a futuristic setting, so that's going to be interesting to see. Like, I wonder what kind of mechanics they're going to have. Will they be Souls-like, or will it just be something different? Now, the one in a medieval setting, since they're done with Souls altogether, I'm thinking that it might go a route more like, maybe they want to bring Kingsfield back. That would be kind of cool. I mean, Bloodborne isn't really a medieval setting, so I don't think they were trying to get towards, or hinting at Bloodborne 2 or anything like that. But I'm thinking Kingsfield might make a comeback. Like, it might be, first person, just like Kingsfield was, and that's coming back, which would be cool. I never actually played the Kingsfield games at all, and they're probably too old, too old and antiquated. I don't think they would. I looked at videos of them. It doesn't look like they would hold up well. If you guys still play them, let me know if they do hold up well. I'll pick up a copy and try it out. I mean, I know that's where Souls started. I just didn't get a chance to play them, and I don't think I can go back that far. I've still played Demon Souls, but Demon Souls is still legit. But those aren't the games. I'm trying to think. I mean, there was so much cool shit at E3, just watching all the conferences. So it's gonna be good for us, man. Like, this in E3 was really good, but I just wanted to speak on those really quick. The Souls-like games. So, I mean, it looks like it's not over for this genre, man. It's not, even though Souls 3 is ending, other people are picking it up. So we're gonna have a lot to look forward to. All of our Souls, all of us Souls fans, we've got a lot coming for us. So I just wanted to speak on that. I'll definitely put that trailer to the Surge in the description box later on, so you can check that out. It's definitely worth checking out. I appreciate y'all coming out again, man. Thanks for listening. You all have a good one.